Today, I'm going to be swapping the careers of Tyreek Hill and Deebo Samuel to see how the NFL plays out. So, I mean, as you guys can see, my boy Tyreek Hill is on the San Francisco 49ers, and Deebo Samuel is on the Miami Dolphins. Anyways, this is what the Dolphins offense is looking like. I mean, without Tyreek Hill, it's a bit of a downgrade, but Deebo is still a solid wide receiver. And as you can see, I mean, Miami's defense is clearly stacked. Jalen Ramsey should be an absolute threat. And on the other hand, this is what the 49ers offense is looking like. I mean, Tyreek Hill and Christian McCaffrey are both 99 overalls. That tells you enough. The O-line kind of sucks, but as you can see, I mean, the 49ers clearly have one of the best defenses in the league, so that should make up for the terrible O-line. So, I mean, it should be interesting to see how things play out. I'm expecting a lot out of Brock Purdy now that he has Tyreek Hill to work with, but we played the Steelers in week 1, so hopefully we can win our season opener here. I'm just going to hand it off to McCaffrey to start things off, though, because I mean, this guy has been unreal so far this season. I mean, he's got what, 16 touchdowns in a row, meaning if he gets one more, he ties the record, and if he gets 2 more, he takes the record. But I'm gonna try and go for a shot with Tyreek after that. I'm hoping he's gonna be open here. He is wide open, and there is no catching him after he gets going. So it looks like we're gonna tie the game up 2 plays into the drive. This is gonna be fun, man. I mean, Brock Purdy should be going off now that he has Tyreek Hill. I mean, this guy is probably the best wide receiver in the league. Say what you want about Justin Jefferson, but anyways, as you can see, it looks like we are gonna end up winning our season opener, 31-24 to final. So the Steelers did put up a bit of a fight. They did a lot better than I thought we would, but still, Niners are gonna be moving to 1-0 on the season. So obviously Tyreek Hill did his job. Now it's time to see if Deebo can do his. As you can see, the Dolphins got to take on the Chargers in week 1. And I remember when this game happened in real life, this was one hell of a matchup. I know that Tua and Tyreek Hill were going off, but this time we don't have Tyreek Hill. So hopefully Deebo can do the same thing here. That's a solid pickup. I mean, if it's the same way things went in real life, we are going to need to put up one hell of a fight, because at the same time, Justin Herbert also went off in this game. But we're going to find our tight end for the first down. After that, I mean, I'd say it's probably time to go for a shot with Deebo. He has not seen any action yet. It's looking like he's probably going to get shut down here. I'm risking it. Nope, we're getting sacked. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I mean, that's what happens when you hold on to the ball for too long when you're playing against the Chargers. It did not take too long for Khalil Mack to get a sack in this game, so he's probably going to be a threat today. Thankfully, Jalen Waddle's open to save the drive. I mean, we desperately needed that play to work because it was like 3rd and 18. But anyways, haven't really hit Deebo yet, so hopefully he's open this time. We almost got sacked again there, but it's gonna work out for the first down. I mean, the Chargers did bring up a 3rd and 10 after that. I'm not sure why they're doing so bad in real life right now, because I mean, their defense is actually loaded. Oh, that's gonna be really tight. That's gonna bring up a 4th and 10. I gotta go for it too. I mean, I did not come all this way for a field goal, so I am not gonna settle for that. I'm gonna try. I mean, if Deebo's open, that would be great, but I have a feeling he's going to be locked up. But on the bright side, it looks like Waddle is wide open for the touchdown. So that is going to give the lead to the Dolphins first here. I mean, we didn't see a whole lot of action out of Deebo, but either way, we have Waddle to work with. So we're going to use the weapons that we have. But as you can see, to end things off, it looks like the Dolphins are going to be taking the L this time. 31-17 the final. So apparently, without Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa cannot do what he was doing with Tyreek Hill. But anyways, I mean, the Niners are off to a 1-0 start. The Dolphins are 0-1. Hopefully, both of these teams can still make the playoffs, but there's only one way to find out. So we're going to sim to the playoffs and see what's up. And as you can see, it looks like the Dolphins are going to finish off the season going 11-6. The Bills did end up winning the division, though, so we played the Jags in the wild card round. And on the other hand, the Niners popped off going 13-4 to win the division. They played a Saints in the wild card round. But anyways, I mean, honestly, Tyreek Hill kind of had an underwhelming season. He had 839 yards for 9 touchdowns. I was expecting at least 1,000 yards from him. On the other hand, Deebo also had a kind of underwhelming season with 947 yards for 6 touchdowns. I mean, he did better than last season, but it looks like the Dolphins are going to absolutely obliterate the Jaguars. So they play the Bills in the divisional round, and the 49ers are also going to take down the Saints. So they play the Falcons in the divisional round. But on the downside, it looks like the Bills are going to take down the Dolphins, so their season is over. But the Niners ended up beating the Falcons, so they played the Eagles for a trip to the Super Bowl. As you can see, though, the Niners are not off to the best start to this game. At the same time, though, I mean, one touchdown and we should be back in this thing. I'm going to run this play, which looks really interesting because, I mean, we're using Tyreek Hill as a running back right now. We did not get the first. I mean, we only need a couple inches after that, but I mean, I'm kind of surprised that Tyreek Hill could not pick up 1 yard on the ground there. But anyways, I mean, hopefully McCaffrey can get the job done. Davis is going to be on our ass, which is kind of alarming, but it looks like we're gone. Anyways, I mean, I wouldn't say we have to rush necessarily here, but I mean, we can't really take our time because we got 2 minutes before the half. So we got to make sure we get something on the board here. Let's go, McCaffrey. That's a huge play. As you can obviously see, though, I mean, the Eagles have home team advantage today because they did get the #1 seed, but both of us have a 13-4 record, so I'd say it's still a pretty even matchup. This should be one hell of a game. Oh, that was so close. I thought we were going to sneak in there, but instead, 2 yards to go. So I'm just going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and hopefully he can get another touchdown. Oh, nope, that's not happening. Jordan Davis kind of ruined our day there. So, I mean, we got 2 more attempts to get 7 yards. I mean, I'd like to think we can get that with the roster that we have. Come on, Hill, be open, please. That's gonna work. We're gonna find Ayuk. I thought that was Hill for a second, but either way, we're in the end zone for the touchdown. I mean, at least that makes it a 3-point game, but we are still losing right now. And I mean, unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna be taking a 6-point loss today. I mean, we put up one hell of a fight. That was a really tight game, but in the end, it looks like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are gonna get the best of us once again. But as you can see, no surprise, it looks like Patrick Mahomes is going to be winning MVP this season. And to end off year #1, it looks like Josh Allen and the Bills are going to take down the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that is back-to-back seasons that Jalen Hurts has lost in the Super Bowl. But that's going to bring us to free agency. The 49ers didn't lose anyone in the offseason, but they don't have any money, so they're not getting anyone. And on the other side, the Dolphins lost their whole O-line, but we got Gerald Everett, and we also got Connor Williams. So, I mean, at least we have a center and a tight end now. But anyways, this is what the Dolphins offense looks like heading into year #2. I mean, clearly the O-line took a massive hit. And honestly, same story with the defense. They are still stacked, but we desperately need a defensive tackle. Again, I'm not even going to bother showing you the 49ers because their roster really hasn't changed at all. But I am expecting both of these teams to have another solid season. And it looks like this season, the Niners are going to go off going 16-1 to clap the division. And this time, they're actually going to get the #1 seed in the playoffs. On the other hand, the Dolphins are going to go 10-7. Again, the Bills won the division and they play the Bills in the wild card round. But as you can see, it looks like this year Deebo finally broke out with 1,100 yards for 11 touchdowns. And Mr. Hill also had one hell of a season with 1,020 yards for 14 touchdowns. But as you can see, once again, it looks like Josh Allen and the Bills are going to get the best of the Dolphins. So their season is over. And the 49ers take on the Giants in the divisional round. And it looks like they're going to sneak away with a 3-point win. So now they have to play the Cowboys for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, we had a tough go against the Eagles last season, but at this point, a lot of you Cowboys fans are not going to like to hear this, but the 49ers kind of own the Cowboys. They are up 7-0 right now, but hopefully we can tie the game on this drive. It is 3rd and 2, though, since we couldn't get the first down there. But Micah Parsons is on the other side, so we're going the opposite direction of him. And since we did that, it looks like we're getting a first. I mean, that's not the biggest pickup from McCaffrey so far, but I'll take it. A first down is a first down. I want to try and go for Ayuk on this play, but it looks like he's going to be locked up, so we're just going for Kittle. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought he was going to drop that pass, but either way, the Cowboys did bring up another 3rd down after that, so we need 6 yards for the first here. This time, Ayuk is dropping the ball. After that, though, I mean, it's 4th and 6. I'm probably really stupid for going for this, to be honest with you, but I'm going to anyways because I don't feel like giving the ball up. So hopefully Ayuk can be open here. It looks like it's going to work out for us. That is a massive pickup. I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously, that was a super stupid play call, but sometimes you just got to go for it. I mean, it worked out for us, so I'm happy. Hopefully, Hill can get open this time, though. Yes, sir. That's another first down. After after that, though, I'm going to hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. I mean, Micah Parsons is probably going to be on our ass, but hopefully we can block him out. Let's go. It's going to work. Oh, we almost squeezed in for a touchdown. We're 2 yards short. I mean, clearly this is Christian McCaffrey range right here. We desperately need something, though, because it's 2nd and goal now. If we get stopped again, that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Thankfully, we're going to get in for the touchdown, though. So that's going to tie the game up here. And as I said, I mean, at this point, the 49ers kind of own the Cowboys, so I'm hoping they can just do their thing here. After that, though, the Cowboys sent it to overtime, and as you can see, they're going to pull off the upset. I mean, I didn't think this would happen. Apparently, my words are going to come back to haunt me, though, so the Cowboys are actually going to beat the Niners for once. I mean, that definitely sucks. I thought that was going to be a sure thing for us, but on the bright side, Brock Purdy ended up winning MVP this season, and it looks like the Cowboys are going to take down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So apparently Dak Prescott is actually going to get himself a ring today. But as you can see, the 49ers are broke again this season, so we're going to be losing quite a few players. And the Dolphins had to re-sign Waddle, and we also had to franchise tag Tua. So they are also going to be taking a massive hit this offseason. I mean, the 49ers didn't really change a whole lot after losing a few players. So again, their roster's pretty much the same. But as you can see, the Dolphins are not looking so good right now. I mean, they don't have an O-line and their defense is trash. And I mean, clearly that's going to show because they went 6-11 to finish dead last in the division. And on the other hand, the 49ers are going to go 15-2 to win their division. And they are once again going to get the #1 seed in the playoffs. And no surprise, Tyreek Hill had another pretty crazy season with 981 yards for 14 touchdowns. On the other hand, Deebo did not do a whole lot. I mean, 788 yards for 5 touchdowns. That's kind of low for him. But as you can see, the 49ers got to take on the 8-9 Commanders in the divisional round. And I mean, it looks like Washington did not belong here whatsoever because they got absolutely shit on. So now we play the Falcons for a trip to the Super Bowl. To be honest with you, I have no idea what to tell you. I don't know how Washington ended up making it all the way to the divisional round, but anyways, at this point, the Falcons are a pretty solid team, so we are in for a tough matchup. They did score first, so we're down 7-0. Obviously, that's a huge pickup from Kittle, though. I'm gonna try and go for a shot with Tyreek here. I mean, there's a high chance this gets shut down, but if it does work, it looks like it's gonna work too. That might be a touchdown. Get going. Okay, it's gonna pay off. I'm happy I ran that now. I mean, I had my doubts, but either way, once Tyreek gets the ball in his hands, there is no stopping him. So that's another touchdown from Tyreek Hill to tie the game up. But unfortunately, as you can see, after that touchdown, we allowed 35 unanswered points. So we're getting slapped on our home field in the NFC Championship game for the 2nd season in a row. And that's the 3rd season in a row we've made it this far just to lose. And once again, it looks like Patrick Mahomes has got himself another MVP this season. And it looks like the Falcons are going to take down the Raiders in a super random Super Bowl. But I guess we're just going to roll with that. And as you can see, we had to franchise tag Brock Purdy. So we're going to lose Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and a whole lot of other players. So, I mean, I'd say now is officially the downfall of the 49ers. On the bright side, the Dolphins had some money to work with, and as you can see, we picked up Christian McCaffrey, and we also got George Kittle. But that's not all we're doing, because we still need to fix up the O-line and the defense. So we traded Chubb, because he was a lot of money, and a 2nd-round pick, for Kappa and Orlando Brown. We also got rid of Ingold, Everett, Howard, a 3rd-round pick, 2nd-round pick, and 5th-round pick for Josh Allen. And as you can see, this is what the Dolphins offense looks like coming into year number 3. I mean, they are a whole lot better than they were before. I mean, the defense sucks. They could still clearly use some work, but hopefully Josh Allen and Jalen Ramsey can clutch up for us. And it looks like the Dolphins finally had a breakout season, going 14-3 to win the division. And on the other hand, again, the 49ers are going to go 15-2 to win their division. And it looks like both of these teams are going to get the #1 seeds in the playoffs. So both these teams went off this season, which I didn't really expect, but it looks like Hill's going to finish off with 1,007 yards for 7 touchdowns. And it looks like Deebo had 1,066 yards for 8 touchdowns. Unfortunately, it looks like the Eagles are going to get the best of the Niners again, so their season is over. But the Dolphins took down the Pat, so now they play Patrick Mahomes for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, with the defense we have, I don't know how the hell we made it to the playoffs, but apparently Jalen Jalen Ramsey and Josh Allen are getting their jobs done because they also got an interception. So we have really good field position to start this game off, but obviously that last play went backwards, which is not what I was looking for. We almost squeezed in for a first down there. So I'm just going to hand it off to McCaffrey and hopefully he gets a first. I mean, it looks like that's going to work. After the contact, we are gone. We have a path. That is a huge gain. I mean, we honestly probably should have lost yardage there, but I'll take it. George Kittle's out for the game though, which kind of sucks. So we don't get to use him. And again, that should have been a loss, but we got 3 yards. So now I'm just going to run bench. I'm hoping that Deebo can get open here, but he's probably going to be locked up on the bright side. Waddle is wide open, so that's another first. I mean, the Chiefs did bring up a 3rd and goal after that, though, so it's kind of desperation time. We need somebody to get in the end zone here. If this doesn't work, I'll probably go for it on 4th down. It looks like we're going to find Deebo, though, and he's going to hold on through the contact, so that's going to give the lead to the Dolphins first. We have a really tough road ahead of us, though, man. I mean, our defense sucks, and we have to play Patrick Mahomes. If you ask me, that is a recipe for disaster, but apparently we're going to sneak away with a 3-point win. I mean, he did rack up 39 points on our defense, but apparently our top tier offense is better. So it looks like the Dolphins somehow managed to make it to the Super Bowl before the 49ers. But as you can see, it looks like Josh Allen is going to end up winning MVP this season. And apparently we got to take on the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Anyways, our defense got an interception. So apparently Jalen Ramsey is doing his job. So hopefully this does not take too long for us to get in the end zone here. Deebo is wide open and we're going to hold on through the contact. So, I mean, 1 play on offense and we've already scored. So, I mean, things are looking good for us right now. We have the lead. I'd like to hold on to that, but for some reason, Atlanta has been balling lately. But as you can see, it looks like Atlanta is going to get absolutely dogged. So, I mean, I don't know how this happened because our defense was trash, but that offense was super overpowered. So, after adding George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, it looks like that kind of boosted this team to a Super Bowl. I mean, again, I'm not sure how we managed to win a Super Bowl and the 49ers didn't, but I'm just happy that someone's going to be getting a Lombardi trophy. So as you can see, Deebo Samuel and the Miami Dolphins are going to be hoisting the Lombardi trophy to end off this video. But that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, comment the most random thing you can think of so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.